And we're rolling. Top 5 with me, Sanga Tembo, and
Abel Black.
Yeah, counting down the top 5 of everything and anything and what's been happening in the news of late. Avena Kekero and Slap Dee out here. And then we have Hot Boy Summer, introduced by Krytic. Is it really necessary? We have Slayer. KSlayer dropping an album that we think is dope. We'll discuss in depth really soon. What else is there? Chef 187. Is it a classic album?
Bon Appetit.
Bon Appetit.
I really wish that title was something else.
I really wish people would stop pronouncing it like that though. Bon
I wish
Appetit.
we went for something more Bemba oriented.
Okay.
Knowing his,
Ish, my wife would slam you towards the wall, fam. That's like butchering French right there. So what are we starting with right now? Slap Dee and Kekero. Was it real? Was it fake? That beef thing. Because what happened was Kekero went online and posted Slap Dee needs to go back to doing business proposals.
Like it's a young man's game thing. Like, you're grown up now, chill, let the kids do it, do proposals.
So, according to everyone, that came across as Kekero fighting for every other guy who was releasing at that time. You don't need to block Sheffy or you don't need to release at the same time as this guy.
Yeah.
Do you think so?
One thing I would say is a marketing strategy should not depend on whether other people are going to be quiet. It should work even when everyone is doing their stuff. Your stuff should be able to pull through and still execute your plan, your strategy.
Because everyone deserves placement, right?
Yeah, and you can't assume they have to stop doing what they're doing so you can do what you're doing.
And that whole excuse of, Kayeni Kodembama proposals, I don't think it makes sense because the music brings him the proposals. Lafarge wouldn't be able to sign Slap Dee
without the relevance that the music brings to his career.
Yeah. So now that he's postponed the EP to a later date,
I feel like that was a bit. It wasn't planned. I feel like he just did that for the sake of getting back some of the hype that was going around. Because Sheffy was getting, I think, too much attention. That these guys felt like, you know what, we need to also. But
for the people who say Slap Dee and Kekero planned that, now that he's postponed the EP, does that even make sense? Why would Kekero plan something like that?
It actually makes more sense that he's pushed the EP because the purpose was just to disturb what was going on. And since they did what they were trying to do, they don't even need to do an EP anymore.
Is Slap that petty? XYZ, are you that petty?
I'm going in line with the thought that if this was planned, it would make sense.
But would Kekero go through with it? Because in Serie didn't receive.
If you think about it, what does Kekero have to lose? Like, he's a producer, mainly.
And he's also delving into this art thing where he's singing Naba Devao's Kalatoshas and them.
Yeah, he's been doing music, but then the career as an artist, like he's still starting out.
Yeah, so but why would you want to jeopardize that?
Not small guy, but as the newer guy, beefing with the bigger guy, it probably pushes you even further in your career than anything else.
I guess, I hope that concept really works. Concept of the small guy dissing the bigger guy just only to see you rise high. I really hope that works. Because for me, it looked like career suicide.
The thing is, there's probably people asking, who's this Kekero guy? You probably saw questions like that. So people are now asking and wondering, who's this guy? So they gave him the attention.
Who's this Kekero guy only to buy music? Or who's this Kekero guy so I can throw more shade?
The fact is, you now know who Kekero is, and the way the marketing thing works, publicity is publicity, whether good or bad. So you're still getting coverage that you wouldn't have gotten without paying. So you're getting it for free, in short.
Okay, so personally, what do you think? Planned move or unplanned beef just happened?
If they can plan to do that, then I would expect to see more planning in future. Then I'll verify that they did plan that. If they were able to pull that off, they are capable of doing even bigger things, which if they can do, we'll see it was planned. But if they we would know, they couldn't have put that off.
I honestly think it was unplanned. Kekero probably wouldn't do such a thing to he put himself in the line of fire with my XYZ.
No, it's just social media. Like, that's as far as it can go.
I guess so, man. Hot Boy Summer. Next news item, fam. Hot Boy Summer coming in at number 2 on top 5. Krytic is on tour right now.
Yeah.
And he's labeling his tour Hot Boy Summer. What's
As
up
a
with that?
derivative of the
Hot Girl Summer from Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, which is kind of trending even into other things now. Yeah. Is he? Well, we wouldn't know if he is.
Are you trying to say if he is hot? What? Are you really taking that literal? Because I think Hot Boy Summer could be in relation to the music. He has a tape out and an album.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's on fire now.
I guess so. Some people are saying, yo, albums are 14p, number 15, but Krytic released a tape and an album, didn't get any support and whatnot. His management is whack. I saw that in the comments, by the way. Maybe this is him trying to prove a point to say, I'm really heavy in these streets. Let me show you I'm hot and my material is hot. Let me show you that I can sell
Why
these.
is he calling himself a boy though?
Why is Megan calling herself a girl?
Why not man?
Fam, hot man summer.
Megan is probably from the 98.
Wow,
95
fam.
generation.
Megan is a grown woman.
Google that right now. So
Megan is a grown woman. And this thing of maybe he's copying, and people out there are probably thinking, did they want Krytic you? If this thing is...
No, it's not. I'm being objective. It's not even about liking or not. I'm looking at the issue as it stands with relation to what we know from outside and inside.
Yeah, he probably wants to prove a point that these mixtapes, the mixtapes have been dropping and the album are probably hotter than you think. So let me show you how many people are going to attend my shows. That's probably why he's really, really serious about selling these tickets. Kunza and wherever he's been. We've been seeing pictures.
Okay, then hopefully the tour thing works out. I saw Bachi and a few other guys are involved.
Yeah,
who's he doing it with?
Dagger, the guy who collaborated with him on the album, on one of the songs called, I think, Good Life. Yeah, he's also in on it. So we'll see where that goes.
Yeah. Krytic is actually probably one of the top five, since we're doing top 5, best Zambian rappers. And I feel like he's yet to get the full credibility that he deserves.
I've got some questions for him. The minute he touches that level up seat, it's over for him. Chef 187. Bon appetit.
Yeah, the album dropped. We saw 2 leaks, 1 video, 3 international features. He put the young wave or the new wave
on.
The young guys, yeah.
And really, you know how brothers be quick to review albums after a day. No, it's not classic. As good as Amnesia. It's a classic. What do you think?
It's dope. It's probably the best album so far from the 3. I feel the first one was more chefy. I felt the second one was too commercial, like he was trying to get in there. I feel this one, it's like he's there, he knows it's there, so he doesn't have to push or try to do anything beyond himself.
I like the fact that it leaned towards hip hop. That's biased because And I'll just be honest with you. I listened to Amnesia once and I really didn't go back because I knew I was going to be exposed to this project whether I liked it
once.
Yeah.
And you've never played it again.
I've never gone back to it to say let me play.
Are you sure your family is safe after saying that?
No, fam. It's just preference. But wait for it, because the next thing I'm about to say is that this new album of his has so much replay value according to me. EDF Mineko, to me, looked like a marketing strategy where you have to give Zambians what they want, because Zambia, and it's good. And me saying I only listened to it once only means that I knew I was going to be exposed to it whether I liked it or not. My Baba Shop, that was a viral album. People are still saying it's a classic, a better classic than this one. You know, so I don't understand that, because from a hip hop perspective, I love this one.
I'd actually rank this one second.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. He does have 4 albums.
Those sessions,
He has 4 albums, right?
As far as I know, it should be the 3rd one.
I mean, so
Amnesia and that. Yeah, they're actually full.
Yeah.
They're actually full.
I mean, so
I'd rank them, the new one, this one, Amnesia, and the other one. I mean, that was more of an EP though, anyway.
I mean, Alan did that in that ad for Shivers that it's actually an album. Yeah. So that's Chef 187.
Okay.
What else happened? Apart from the pressure of saying, they twitch, they compare kudi. What really happened? The buying of the albums, which will probably act as a segue into the next issue we're about to tackle. This thing of auctioning albums, when did it start? Do we need it? Is it just like a marketing thing where if it's 10, so that next day people have something to talk about online?
I think the question is, why do we buy to begin with? We buy to either show support or because we want access to the project. So for those buying in that way, I think it's for support, and I feel they can
not clout. You know, people will do anything for clout.
The fact is, they're showing you support, whether it's for clout or not. Still support. Financial support, the most tangible form of support.
Because now we've seen Stevo do it.
It's been around for a while. I think even Makito's launch at Roma. I've heard of the same from Christian artists like Ephraim. I think even The Proof had that.
And you know, XYZ fans will not stay away, right? Could you have a comparison? What more? I saw a meme about that. Yeah.
I feel some people do it genuinely for support. Some just jump on like, we can also prove a point and show that we have money or show that we have support from this side.
As we said, Stevo also did something like that.
How much was Stevo's album for?
15 pin. 15 pin vakamba, 1 CD on the night go Hollywood City.
Yeah. So that's the equivalent of buying 150 copies.
Guys, return on investment.
Yeah.
What do you think of Stevo's new album and the features? Let's get right into it, fam. I saw a diss from kids saying, is it a DJ Khaled album? Are you confident in your own art? How are you not doing songs on your own? There's one song that he does on his own from the album. It's called Nani Kani. The rest vakamba.
Yeah.
My feature.
I think it's the equivalent of producing your own album.
Okay.
If you can produce your best work from doing it yourself, do it. But if you know you need someone else producing your stuff, even though you can produce to get the best output, then let them join in. So it kind of makes sense if the features complemented the song in a good way. Then there's nothing else to talk about. But if it was just for the sake of featuring, then there's an issue. But when we play the album and we actually find that the features made sense, then it's valid. It's a good decision to go for.
And the brother probably produced most of the tracks on there. Sanga, man. Yeah. And with the features, Stevo actually holds his own. So most likely, Amanyimbo Banga sense to have a feature on. And we will tell if some of these features were forced. In that case, your criticism holds. Too many features.
But since when were such things even a problem? It's like people saying J. Cole went platinum with no features is an achievement.
But isn't it though?
No, it's not. Music was meant for one artist to begin with, as it always was.
Yeah.
Featuring was a new thing that people did as time went by. It was always like that to begin with.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's what makes the project work out the best that should matter. Do you do better with features or without?
We'll see what happens, because people are also saying, why are we grilling Stevo with these features when Chef 187 Nankwe
there's a lot
of features on them. Yeah. You'll probably come out and say...
There were actually some on the Chefy album which I felt like, did we really need this guy on this?
Like which one?
I'm not mentioning names.
Fam, people on the Chefy album brought fire. And Chefy would actually come out and say, hello, Futi. There's people I put on. He would actually validate his point.
Yeah.
But then again, with Stevo, people are saying, since you left XYZ, it could be a confidence problem where you think I can't do this on my own.
So no, it's not. Even I can respond like that specific question or view. No, it's not.
It's not.
It's not a confidence thing. Yeah.
Pantomime.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I feel that dope project should give people like
The chills?
an awakening moment. Like, damn.
And you just said
going
Chef
down.
187's album is the best out here. Did you
I?
hear the production quality? Fam, we can rewind.
I said from the stuff is done. Ranking
Oh,
them.
yeah.
This new one is the number one thing.
But Mchishin Cafe, KSlayers production quality.
If KSlayer was in SA, that's like how people talked about Nasty C, saying, "Did you check out this kid?" But we're in Zambia, so you know how this guy's like stepping on stuff like that. Can't let him go far. Let's keep this down.
He was on Level Up. I could do nothing but fan out to the tape. I'm sure people will see
it's a
it
dope
or
project.
have seen
Very
already.
dope project.
Dope project. What do you think he should have done more? I honestly think that thing Show Up they released before the thing.
Didn't give it like the best picture.
best
of what
picture.
I didn't actually expect much based off the singles, but when I actually played it from like track 1 to the last one, I was like, Eesh.
But when I spoke to him, you know what he said though? It was like it was actually something to attract, the trap masses, or something to give it that oomph to say, come listen to this. Because nowadays, if it's not trap, there's only quite a few boom bap kids out there. So he thought that would be a correct marketing strategy for the project. I don't know, because I totally ignored that Show Up song, but they seem to think it did well for the tape, the project. They're not calling it.
It's not a bad song. It just doesn't represent
What's in
what's
there.
actually inside it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the features are amazing.
Yeah.
The features are amazing.
Some people, we did a review where we said some people showed up twice,
Like who?
like Jedi and Teasy.
Well, that's the crew he hangs out with daily.
Which was, I see what it did, but then that's something you could have done better on by stretching out beyond. You saw how Danny featured Killer on the thing. Chronic was on the thing. That's like a Kopala Lusaka collabo thing. They're doing more in connecting those fan bases they have as each.
But do you really have to do that though? These artists will come out here and say, we need to vibe. We
What
don't
I'm
just
trying to say is KSlayer probably wouldn't make it as big on the Copper Belt looking at how it's done in the features, but if he had someone from that side, it would probably
give
reach
him-
more people that side.
Oh yeah, I see where you. I see. Alright, good project. Get that KSlayer project on SoundCloud, AudioMac, and every other place you buy music from. Top 5, ka? Top wish.
We're done.
We're done.
Finally,
Bagamba. Nebo Sanga Tembo.
Mr.
Mr.
Anonymous.
Mr. Anonymous. Black.